It's over. The election is over. It is the biggest, greatest thing that's happened to us in our lifetime, you and me both. Even Democrats are going to really see something fascinating here. They're going to realize that Trump's going to be doing good things for them as well. They're going to benefit. They're lucky. Now, I got to tell you, he's about now to pick his cabinet members. He's going through it very fast. I noticed that a lot of them are well-known names. You will recognize them. That's a good thing because you pretty much know their track record. We do have to ask the question, though, if some of them are qualified. That we'll find out when the congressional people get together to decide whether that's a good cabinet or not. I guess they have to qualify in some way. But let's take number one, Pete Hegseth. I think I'm saying it right, his name. Brilliant guy. Obviously, we know him from Fox News. He's a talented person who's written books on many things having to do with defense. And also, he's a person with real record in the military himself. However, his rank as a retired person in the military will be lower than most of the people he's going to be looking out for and overseeing. Example would be 4-star generals. So they're going to object to that. I think any general, even a 2-star general, is going to object to someone lower in rank than them officiating over them, telling them what to do and how to do it, giving them their strategies. But of course, the president does give the strategy. He's number one chief of the military. So what we will do is see what Trump decides to do. Hegseth will be carrying it out. Now, let's talk about some other things. The president has proven himself. And when you look at the map, the red states versus the blue states, you'll realize that map is entirely covered with red. It's an overwhelming victory. But you do want to even add this little element. Every one of those blue states still had Republicans voting in those elections. So there's a little bit of red in every one of those blue states. So this is overwhelming. Trump has been given the chance to prove himself like no other president has ever had. Now, I'm fine with that because I know most people have been watching other networks like CNN or MSNBC, but not Fox. But if you watch Fox Network, you pretty much know the truth of the story. There might be things that you don't agree with. We'll find that out. The Democrats may have occasionally watched Fox, but not too likely. Now, let's talk about what this means for prosperity. The United States is going to prosper, especially in the field of oil pipelines and so forth, and oil drilling rigs, all that sort of thing. The oil industry, the fracking, all the things that we know about will be prosperous for most of us. Even for the world, I think that will be a good thing for other countries as well. Now let's talk about Ukraine. Is that going to get ended quickly? Trump says he's going to end it fast. I think he will. I actually think he will do that. He will get it ended because he really believes in stopping the war because it saves lives. Come on, it doesn't matter whether Russia takes over all of Ukraine again. Russia used to have Ukraine as its breadbasket. So how can you not expect Russia to want to get Ukraine back? That's their farm fields. Well, that's over. Ukraine has been bombed to oblivion. So why have they ruined their own breadbasket? Why is Russia caring anymore? Well, they might get a piece of Ukraine, the part that had a lot of Russians in it. They might get that. What's bad about that? We'll find out. Now, let's look at the other side of Ukraine, the one that's fighting for its life. You know, we've given them a lot of money to protect themselves. Do you really think Russia wants to go into Poland? Do you really think it wants to take up all of Europe the way Hitler did with France? And I don't think so. I don't think Russia will try to do all of that. Remember, they've got China on their border, and China is a very big power that might take advantage of Russia. You know, in the old days, when I was young, there were three powers in the world. It was the United States, China, and Russia. And you always wanted to keep two against one. So Russia and the United States used to hold off China. So what's wrong with being with Russia? Okay. Now, the other was China and Russia against the United States. You don't want that. You just don't. So I think we've got to find out where the Trinity, the different Trinity, of course, but the three countries that will still in control of the world. India is growing fast. It might be something that plays in the game too. And South America now may start to change. It might go back to the western side because of China and because China has moved into South America for many years, controlling even Panama Canal. So China is a big player in South America. Russia is a big player in South America. But that's going to change now under Trump. I believe it will rapidly. So when these people are deported, that you know the immigration system is going to deport many, many people. Well, where are they going to put them? They'll probably put them in South America. So do they get to come back in a legal way? Perhaps. We'll just see how that develops in the next 4 years. But he will deport the bad ones for sure, and that's the good thing. We want to get rid of those people so that we don't have them to deal with in our local cities. Now, I'm pretty happy with the situation. I hope that you will become happy, even if you're a Democrat. You're going to find out that he isn't Hitler, and he never was. And we're going to find out that most of the Democratic Party, for many years, is kind of a facade. It's not really real. So you're going to start to see them dissolve. That party may actually dissolve. And those people that are dyed-in-the-wool Democrats that stay in the party will probably purge most of the leadership that they have now so that they can get back to where it was at one time. The original Democratic Party was a pretty good deal for the world, for America. So let's see what happens. Certainly going to happen quickly. So hang on. Victory!